Hi, everyone. So, here is my post on thinking errors. And I don't know if any of you felt this way, but after reading the little thinking errors link, I was like, oh, yeah, I've done that. I think I've done every single thinking error. Um, but there were definitely three that resonated with me the most. So, I have definitely experienced thinking errors in the past and even now in the present. The most vivid memories I have of consistent thinking errors was after my son was born and I was battling postpartum depression. For 10 months, I kept telling myself that I was okay. It was just my hormones trying to settle after having a baby, and I had everything under control. But in reality, I was not in control, and I definitely needed some help. The top two thinking errors, actually, the top three thinking errors that resonated with me the most during that time was blowing things up, mind reading, and setting the bar too high. So the mind reading, my poor husband, like, why are you looking at me like that? Like, what's wrong? And there was nothing wrong, or he may have said something in a certain way, or he may have just been tired. And I totally read into, the way he was thinking or the way he was feeling or that he was upset with me. And then setting the bar too high as a new mom. I just felt like I never could clean the house well enough. I wasn't balancing my daughter who has special needs and this brand new baby. I felt like I was kind of losing myself, and I was in a mom bun and leggings and just trying to keep my head above water. So setting the bar too high and not giving myself some grace when, the whole family and myself were adjusting to a new human being in our home. But the one I want to focus on today is blowing things up. And I specifically remember an afternoon that I completely blew up over 4 minutes. Yes, 4 minutes. My family was actually getting ready to go out of town to Nashville for a volleyball tournament. And our goal was to leave around 4 o'clock. That way we would kind of bypass the Memphis traffic but miss the Nashville traffic. I had everything packed, the kids were ready to go, and I was just sitting there and I kept looking at the clock. And the closer the big hand got to the 12, I could just feel the anxiety kind of rise up into my neck, and like I could feel it was like a choking feeling. And my poor husband, he got home at 4:04 and came upstairs to where I was with the kids, and I'm sitting there just boo-hooing, crying, and just like, I don't want to go. It's too late. Let's just cancel. I'll just call them and tell them that we can't come. And I really was just in a full-blown meltdown. And thankfully for me, he knows me very well, and he's very patient, and he knew that this wasn't normal behavior for me, and so he just kind of supported me through. He listened. I always tell him, don't try to fix me, just listen. So he did a really good job at just listening, letting me cry, letting me just express how I was feeling, and then just slowly trying to like talk to me and like, hey, I can go ahead and get the car packed. We can get out of here and we can be gone before 4:30. We're okay. And so we did get through it. We had a great weekend. We ended up leaving. But that was the moment where I realized that there was definitely something wrong. And I definitely needed some help. And I really appreciated that he gave me that time and that space to let me decide that it was time to get help, and that it was time for me to get some professional intervention. And things have been going really well since then. So that is my experience with thinking errors. That were pretty intense. But I think we have to give ourselves grace and realize that we're all going to go through times in our lives where we're dealing with anxiety and depression. And those are definitely triggering to those thinking errors that I had, and I'm sure you guys have similar experiences. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.